Alright guys, so in this video I kind of want to show you my rotations for Verdansk on how I move around the map and get from place to place without getting shot, with being able to have some advantages over other people, and just how to rotate around the map so that you can be faster, play a lot better, and not get caught out in the open, right? There's so many people who play Verdansk, they don't know how to move, where to go, where to rotate, and that's very important, right? When you're playing either ranked or regular and you're trying to get a lot of kills, you need to know where to go so that you don't get shot in the open, so that you can find people super fast, and you can just go from spot to spot to spot to spot, cover a lot of ground, and get a lot of kills that way, okay? Also, too, you do have to use vehicles to be super fast in this game. I'm going to show you how to rotate without vehicles, so if you don't have a vehicle, you can just keep moving, keep being mobile, and trying to go from spot to spot in case you just don't have one, right? Or maybe you're the last alive and your teammates are dead, and you can't really do anything as far as pushing people with vehicles, or you got to get them back. I'm going to show you the rotations for that, all right? Also, too, join the Discord if you haven't already for any coaching services or just getting connected with my community. I do have my BO6 full guide out, and I am live on twitch.tv/the_5_seal. Kind of like Rebirth, of how I run Rebirth, you want to land at a second level area, so that could be the window right there, depending on where you're flying from the plane. So the window over there, all right, window over here, or there's a doorway over there to get to, right? But let's just go to the window right here, right? Boom. All right, now in this area, I have high ground over the people under me, and I can't get shot from the roof, okay? So I am right there. I don't think my game audio is on, but that's fine, right? And you can see there's people here. So once you get up here, get a gun or whatever real quick, right? You want to make the rotation towards in here and immediately peek cashiers, right? So the cashier's place, you can peek over here. You have a little head glitch, high window, and you can beam people over here. All right, once in a while, you could check the stairs because you do have high ground right here. Boom. And then rotate over here. I think someone flew on me, right? Yep, someone flew on me. I have the audio really low, so I can't really hear where he's coming from, which is fine. But alright, if someone's over me, and let's just say I have a bad gun or can't fight him, boom, down here, nothing. I can either rotate down here or jump down here if nobody's there, right? But I'm gonna rotate down here. Alright, boom. I know nobody's on the right, most likely, right? So immediately go left. Alright, it's important to bust open this door and then slide immediately here, because there's a little head glitch you can hold, or there's more cover here, instead of just standing out in the open right there, right? Boom, there's a head glitch over here you could hold, right? And then slowly rotate, slide canceling to each of the areas, right? And there's people on my right. Alright, so this area, let's just say I want to rotate over here, right? There's a head glitch right there, but let's just say I don't want to get caught, you know, going over there and seeing multiple people. You can go right here, come back, right? Nobody's there. Slowly rotate towards these spots. And then kind of use the centering for field of view, right, to be able to see multiple areas, right? So boom, then I can go back here, right? This is some cover right there to be able to use, right? And then you can slowly move towards the enemy players with these boxes. Another rotation up here, right? Get on this box if nobody's out in the open right here. Jump here. You can get on the roof super fast just like this, right? Boom. People are going to be up there, so I can't fight that. But let's just say they're on the opposite side. You can get on the roof super fast like that. All right, this area, I like to fast peek like this, and you can also jump up to use some high ground, but you might get beamed over there, so it's important to look first. All right, or you can go like this, boom, and then peek it like this, and that allows you to rotate around this side. All right, so that's that. Little box over here if you want to be a little, you know, high ground over these people, right? And then over here, you can just use these cashiers as head glitches to rotate towards each spot. Alright, so that's kind of how you navigate Superstore. If you want to go this way, for example, if people are over here, right, you can just start making your way towards these head glitches over at the cashier spot, and then make your way towards people like that. One other thing too, there is a jump spot up here. Let's hope I not die here, right? Jump up here, I showed it in my last video. Get on top of here, jump on top of this. It's a little tricky sometimes, but you can do it if you practice it a lot, right? Or is it top of here? Jump, jump. And then don't dive, just random jump like this, and you can make that as long as you time it right. Oh snap. Alright, I'm gonna do it one more time. Alright, it's a little tricky, you might have to practice this a lot in Plunder. Jump, alright, I think I got it, and then boom. Right, and you can rotate towards this spot right there. It does take some time, so in the situation I had last time, I downed somebody and then did this, so that gave me enough time to be able to do that. Alright, but that's kind of how you navigate Superstore right there. Alright, now I'm going to rotate out of here. Oh, just got right here, actually. Right there. No? Is he gonna chow me? I can get up to here for head glitch. Oh, he's over there. Alright, I'm fine, I'll fight him. Boom. Yeah, I'll kill this kid.
How do you know I was there? In Chinese, bro. What the
his names are just bad. Okay. Guy on Ruby Full Snap. Alright, let's rotate out of here, right? Alright, so I'm gonna rotate out of here. Let's just say I wanna go this path, right? Because they're on that side, right? I wanna rotate out. Usually I go straight to this little place right here on my left, or in this building over there, right? So let's just rotate out of here. You gotta do this really fast. Get behind this car, right? You can use this as a head glitch to be able to beam, roof, or anything, or just cover. And then boom, next spot. And then from here, right, if I want to do this route, you could either rotate the storage or the places over there, but you kind of want to be on this side right here, okay? So this side is farthest from Superstore, hard to beam you, and then you can use these rocks or that shed to be able to rotate either to storage or to these places over here, right? Depends where contracts are or where you hear people, and that's how you rotate, right? So I'm going to rotate all the way over here. Let me go to storage. Storage rotation. If you want to be able to like get more of a view, you can get on top of here and then just kind of like see the general area. Don't be on here too long, you'll get beamed, right? But you can do this to be able to get around faster, or just scan in the area. Once you see somebody immediately get down, you can use just cover and stuff like that. But you'd rotate towards the buy station, because if you're getting money, you need to rotate to the buy station to buy UAV. Once you buy the UAV, you can kind of scan the area and see where people are from that. Alright. Yeah, I can't even buy UAV. I don't have enough money. Right. Alright, let's just say you're in storage rotating towards airport. The best thing to do is obviously use cover here. You want to go downwards. You usually don't want to chow straight over there towards that buy. Right, so downward over here. Boom. Door right here. Up like this. And then now you don't have them looking at you from high ground. You can just go straight over here. Get up here, and then use this head glitch, or you can go deeper and use one of those stairs to fight these people up here. Alright, got all the way up here. You can rotate this way. Boom, 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 towards the airport, and then you can be up here to have high ground, or if there's snipers and stuff from that tower, which there is a lot, you can be down in that little area right here. But that's how you look over this buy. Alright, it's very important to go from buy to buy, because usually the buy stations are very hot. People are buying their teammates back and stuff like that. Alright, so it just makes it easier from there. I would say do not rotate towards that way at all, unless obviously gas is pushing towards that way, right? That's like kind of death if you're just out in the open over there. Right, so if you're in this situation and you do have a lot of room to not get shot, you want to go over here, glide towards this way, towards these buildings, because if you get shot, you can just jump in a tent or a building, right? And then you can rotate towards this side on my right. All right, boom. And then now you're towards these houses that you can use for cover, and then do more rotations that way. All right, so that's kind of how you do the Superstore storage airport, right? That's one of the rotations that you could do for contracts and killing people. Now I'm going to go towards, if you're going from Superstore, rotating the opposite direction. Also, one thing to note, these buildings are unkillable. You can't kill them if you're under. It's almost impossible unless you bait them or they're really bad players, right? So if there's a full team stacking on top of them, you just have to run away. You can't fight that. Alright, let's go back to Superstore. I'm in Superstore now. Let's just say I want to rotate towards the opposite direction, right, over here. The best store is usually on my right, or at my left, right, like over here. Alright, so I'd be over here. You would immediately run towards the other side. There's a guy right there. Let's not. Alright, so there's people over there. Why do I have decoys? What the flip? Got my zombies load out. Alright, so you want to rotate towards this wall right here. And then you can either jump over it like this to fight somebody, or you can wrap around the wall depending on where people are at. Alright, so that jump spot is really good because you can see that player didn't expect me to do that. And if you're on the opposite side, you could also hold this head glitch up here, right, and be able to beam people from over there. You're a little bit exposed. It's pretty open, but it's more of like an unexpected, right? Like where you could shoot here, hop up here, boom, and then chow somebody like that. Okay, so that's another thing you get in this building, right? Let's just say you're in this building. Usually if people are over there, they're not looking this way. They don't like to look this way. Boom, I'm not gonna fight that, right? So you can usually just run straight over here. Am I gonna kill this kid? I'm gonna kill this kid. But in this specific situation, I saw a sniper over there, so I'm not going to rotate that way. I usually rotate that way if people are not looking at me. If not, I'm going to run towards these trees. It's hard for the sniper to shoot me. And then you got these multiple towers right here to use as cover, shed right here, and I'm cutting off that guy's line of sight, right? Rotate to this by, kill the people there. And then when you want to rotate this way, safe for rotation, then you can go boom, right? You could use this little building to cut off the sniper's line of sight, right? And then rotate straight over here. Alright, so I rotated all the way over here. Now I'm under him. He can't really kill me unless he jumps down or unless I make a mistake. And then I could just, you know, use the stairs or go to a completely different building. Come on, dude. You didn't hear me? I barely have my audio on and this guy didn't hear me. That's okay. Is there a guy over there? I'm lagging a little bit. Huh. But, yeah. These buildings very easy. Make sure you're not getting looked at. You can just rotate towards one of these high buildings, right? Or this one. And then, when you want to rotate towards, let's just say airport over here, right? You get to the lower ground over here. Instead of going out in the open with those big hills, you want to go all the way to this side. There's a bridge under here, right? So the trees are blocking your view from getting sniped. And you want to hop all the way down here. Boom. And then you can go towards there. If there's a sniper looking, bam, I cut off the line of sight by going this way. It's very hard for him to snipe me. And then you can hop in this door down here to be able to jump down and... Yep, now you're under them. And then it's very easy to navigate this section. Alright, let's just say I wanted to get up top and chow them for whatever reason. There's a little spot on my right here. Over here, you can either hit this hop up or get inside to be a little bit safer. And then climb up to get up here, right? These stairs right there. Hop up this. Bam. And then now I could hit this ladder that usually they don't look at. They don't like to look at this ladder. But I could hop up here and then get some quick kills like this. And use this for cover and other things for cover like that. Okay. Then I will just go up top here. Rotate all the way towards... promenade from like that direction, and that's a pretty easy rotation. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to hospital real quick just to show you the rotations in hospital if you're in here and you don't know how to get out, because this could be very tricky, right? It could be very tricky to rotate outwards. Obviously you don't want to go to these hills, you'll get killed at from the people up top, right? So no hills over there, can't really rotate towards this buy unless nobody's there. So let's just assume a lot of people are here, you're about to die. Or you just want to rotate out of here and not fight these people. There's a few things you can do. So first I'm going to show you this rotation, right? Going this way. So you want to go straight over here. Right? I'm going to go left side towards this area. There's a lot of like things in this building to not get killed by like random things. Alright, we're out in the open. The guy right there. I'm going to kill this guy real quick. Boom. Alright. So, I would say use this cargo truck or other things to not get hit from the people up top. Die. Alright. Boom. Fences, which you can get shot through, but it's harder for people to see you. And then all the way over here. Okay, once you're behind this wall, I want you to do a few things. So if you're getting looked at, let's just say I'm getting looked at from people above there or something, right? Boom, boom. Right? If he sees you, I want you to go in and not move up until you move a good distance. Once you move a good distance... then you can make him peek again. Boom, he sees you here, then run back, then run behind this fence thing, and then go forward, okay? There's a certain amount of time, like right here, that you might be out in the open, so this is where you throw your smoke or anything else. But if you really have to risk it, then you can just like try to make a run for it into these trees, and then once you're in these trees, it's going to be harder for you to get shot right there, and you can rotate towards these buildings like that. Alright, little risky, but it's way better than just running out in the open and getting beamed. Alright, so that's good rotation. Let's just say you want to do the other route. So instead of going there, you want to go towards the inner part. Right? I would either take the same way or be on that door over there. Right? And then if you get under here, it's harder for you to get shot. Right? So I'm going to go boom. Right? Make a run for it. And then you want to dive when you're close to here. And then you can't get killed from up top. And you can try to fight people under here. A little head glitch right here. Oh, I ran out of ammo. Yep, it's harder for him to kill me because I'm in a weird spot, so. Bam! And obviously I wouldn't chow top because they could just keep reviving, right? But this is a nice spot to go like this and then shoot people up top, right? Or maybe you have a precision. You can just down somebody real quick and use a precision over here. But this is a really good spot for fighting hospital, right? Or rotating out of there. But it's a bad spot if you're going in this direction because they can see you out in the open, right? But these trees are pretty good. All right, so this is how you rotate towards downtown. Boom. You can get in a building real quick. Nobody's looking. Rotate this way. And boom. Alright. Downtown's pretty easy to like rotate from building to building. I don't really have to go over this at all. Just use cover and not die. It's pretty simple, I would say. Because there's a lot of spots here. You just don't want to chow the top building like that. Alright, they're just gonna camp over there and they have like the best spot in the world. So you can't do anything about that. Bank's also really good. And then let's just say I was rotating towards port. If I was going towards port, I'd probably go this side right here. I'm going to mark it, right? So rotating towards that side, you're going to be able to hit those containers like that. And once you get towards the containers, it's harder for people to shoot you than if you went the other routes. Okay, so I'm going to go... Alright, so boom, I'll go in this direction, jump over here. Bam, there's a car behind me. I could use this spot as kind of like a hill or head glitch. Does he see me? I feel like he does. He's... Alright, boom. See, this is why I rotated here, because now I have a head glitch. Now I can look up. He's probably like, where the heck did this guy go? I'm going to try to find another way to kill him. And then here you're running out in the open. Yes, but with those rocks and this cover, it's harder for you to get shot from people in the back over there. Alright, just got to watch out for that big building right there. Boom, rotate towards this area, and then you can try to make a run for this building right here, which is going to be a lot safer to go from building to buy, and everything like that. All right, so I just showed that side of the map how to rotate all the way over there. Now I'm going to show you other parts of the map. So we just covered the whole Superstore, airport storage, all the way these rotations, right? I'm going to go towards... this part, right? And then just hop towards train station. Because this, you don't really want to go stadium. That's a hard rotation to be around. There's a lot of open spots. I usually avoid stadium, right? Not that great. So I'm going to go down here. It's a new plunder match, right? Just to show you guys. So here, this building is, it's a little tricky, right? Or you can, what's it called? So this building right here, I'm actually going to show you, right? There's a zip up there. If you take this building, you get high ground over people over there. There's a guy here. Can I kill him or am I going to die? Nah, he's... boom. Let me do the little hop up right here. Oh, you learn something new every day. Oh, he jumped off. Alright, well, he's, your teammate said. Boom! Right? You get high ground over there because this buy station, people love to camp up there and kill people, right? But rotate over here. Boom. Usually you don't get shot out in the eye, in the sky, unless people are on here looking at you, right? Over there, they don't usually chow that or shoot you in the air. Boom, you can rotate off here. If you were going to the other side, the smartest thing to do if you want to cover more ground is get up this ladder, right? Get up the ladder right here, and you can fly all the way to TV station, okay? This is the best spot to rotate over here. You don't want to rotate towards that open area. Going to that firehouse place is kind of a trap, right? So you want to hit these trees, more cover, boom, go straight to this spot. Right, if you're rotating over here, you want to usually go inside this building or around it and rotate towards the left side, right? It's a lot safer than going towards that buy direction because you can get trapped around there a lot, right? Don't really go in that direction. It's a little scary. So you want to go left side over here, right? Rotating this way. This is going to allow you to be in the buildings or near the buildings to have more cover. Somebody went through here. Probably close. They're probably close. Yeah, they're really close. Okay. Boom. You can rotate towards this left side over here. You could also check the spot to see if people are there. If not, straight over here. You also don't want to go in that place. Another trap. Right? So, going along this side. Right? You could rotate right up these hills. Boom. So this is the best bet because you get to have the head glitch over here and hide from people holding high ground. Right? Running towards TV station. I'm going to show you guys the spot over here on how to rotate. Right? So, building the building. Probably people in TV station. Boom. In here. Okay. You can go straight to this door. Or if people are straight up top, you can head glitch this right here. Boom. Alright. Go over here. Don't take that ladder. It's usually death. Boom. Window right here. There's a guy under here. I think I'm gonna use high ground and try to. Yep, he just opened the thing right there. Bam. Okay. Another rotation over here. So I just shot him. Now I can go around. Wait, is there a... Okay. See that rotation right there? So boom, you can just rotate around here like that. Alright, guys above me. Boom. Another guy's coming in. Oh, I'm gonna die here. This is also pretty bad. Up here, you can't kill me. You're gonna die. And like this top level is the best spot to do like in TV station. It's like really easy to get kills there. Bam. Rotate back up. And there's stairs over here you could do. I think you should just got back here. I have high ground, right? Bam. That hit me through the... Okay. Alright, so it's pretty good, right? This TV station's pretty good to be around. Like, there's a lot of ways to rotate and kill people right here. Let's just say I'm gonna get out of here, right? Obviously, you can take vehicles too. That's pretty good, right? But I want to rotate out. Usually, this hill, if nobody's like gonna shoot me, usually this hill, I would go straight there towards the buy station or to the right over there. I'm gonna take this right side because there's people on top, right? There's that little bank, piggy bank area right here, right? So the safer route's this way. You'd go over here towards these rocks. They're not going to chow me. Yep. And watch your back a little bit because if someone peeks, you just have to fight that, right? But if you can make it up here, this is going to have the high ground that you can grab, okay, to be able to hit that buy, right? So you can shoot at people at the buy and just get over there. So I'll rotate all the way over here, get on top of these hills, and now you can either make a right towards the buy. You're going to have high ground over the buy on the right, by going in this direction. Or you can have high ground on the buy on the left by going in this direction towards that building right there, right? So this is an amazing rotation to hold and be able to go that way, all right? Now, let's just say rotating to Quarry. This is also a tricky spot that a lot of people can die over and over because it's super out in the open, right? So let's just say I'm rotating towards Quarry, right? You want to take this route right here, right? So don't really go on the left side at all. There is like hills and stuff you can get onto if you're super far left, but you have to be military for that. So this place here, you're going to be super far, right? So people are in that building, they have a hard time killing you than if you're over there, right? So I would go over here kind of towards the trees, use like the trees and the hill to not die over there, and then you can rotate towards this building right here and then go in like this, okay? So I'm going to be in this building right here or near this building, rotate this way, and then I'm going to use these walls as cover. You could also go under there, right? Depending on if they're looking at you or not. Let's just say they're looking at me. I can go wall to wall to wall, keep healing, right? And then boom, I cut them off with this sign. Bam, I'm under here. And then I can do a few things. I could bait them out, make them try to come out and see me better, and then shoot them like this. Or I could just keep running and trying to use this for cover. And then I can use the wall to cut off their line of sight, right? So boom. Cut it off like this, and then now I can rotate towards their building, get in here if they try to use high ground and jump and chow me, or I could just keep going up here, or a little bit back right here, and there's some places you could hold to be able to shoot them like this, okay? Bam, 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 and then rotate around the building and try to take that, right? That's a pretty good building to hold. There's really good spots to be able to kill people there, which is very dangerous. But I would say the route that I just took is the best route to actually catch up to them and not die, all right? That's a pretty dangerous spot. All right, now let's just say I want to get out of Quarry, right? There's pretty good buildings you can be in here, and I want to rotate towards this side. I would take this direction right here, right? And then you can just go along this side, hit that right there, that big building, and then rotate more to either try to hit this area right here or back to this buy right there. All right, so let's just say I'm in this area, right? I'm around this area. You can either be in the buy right there and come down. This building is like, there's usually a war between this side and that side, right? So if you want to rotate towards that side, you do got to go under, right? You give up your high ground, and then you can either rotate to the left or right, but you are cutting off the line of sight to be able to kill them faster. Don't be on the bridge. You're going to die super fast, right? And then I would use this spot to rotate towards lumber, okay? You don't want to be out in the open rotating towards lumber. You're going to die very easily like that. So let's just say circles pulling towards like farmland. I would go that route, under the bridge, over here, and then straight to lumber in this direction, all right? Taking that exact route is really going to help you out because now you have less chance of getting shot and you can just cover a lot of ground and see people when you have the advantage like this, right? So boom, over here towards lumber, nobody really looks in this direction at all, and if they did, there's a big hill there to cut off the line of sight, right? And then you can just rotate from lumber, use these like buildings and stuff to travel into farmland, and then you can travel back to port like that and just go around, right? Don't go to this buy unless you really have to with the vehicle. Don't ever run across without a vehicle. That's usually death. All right, but yeah, that should be it. Like with the rotations I showed you, that you should really be good to go and just use that over and over to be able to not die in Verdansk.